Hello. Will you two stop it? At it again. So, how is everybody? Because I'm fine. I'm tired a little bit because I was up late, but I've not really checked that much this morning because I don't need to. But I'm just wondering how everyone's feeling. I've seen a few people who, will say they trust the plan, but they're still freaking out. I'm not freaking out. Good morning, Northern Wolfhound. On the Trump mania, that T-shirt's staying there until we see. And I'm just wondering what you're all thinking at the minute. I've not really checked the news. I didn't want to because we know it's bullshit mainstream media. So I know they were at one point saying, Biden was in front or whatever. I don't know if anyone's seen it, but I'm going to explain something in a minute. This is going to be a bit mixed up. I'm not going to be on for that long, but a bit mixed up, with how I get everything out, but I'll get everything out. Because there's a few things that when I had a salt shower this morning, I just call that as in, I had a shower, and I also put the plug in so I could put some Mepin salts in the shower while I was standing up having a shower, as mad as that sounds, and then I sort of got something and thought, yeah, that makes sense to me about community and fake community. So I'm going to throw that in this chat as well in a bit because I've sort of made notes. Probably won't remember what I was thinking about, but I've sort of wrote it down there. What was that one? Yeah. So just wait and see if any more people come in. I just want to ask you how you're all feeling at the minute. Are you freaking out? Because did everyone think that they'd just see it straight away this morning? And don't forget, America's still in bed at the minute, aren't they? Course it was. Yes, Northern Wolfhound. Now, I woke up this morning. Hi, Claire Hutton. And a few people were freaking out. Now, if you trust a plan, which is also the plan within yourself, it's very multi-layered. You will know that if you trust a plan and you did a lot of deep digging way back when, and you don't even have to do this to know this, but I'm just putting it out there, with Q or whatever. We were told future proves the past. Now, if you go back to the past, a year or so ago, you will remember, or at the beginning even, you will remember in a code where it said, mainstream media will be the last ones to be taken down. And on my understanding, when everyone moans about Israel and think Trump's part of Israel, he's part of the Zionist, right? Because he went to the prayer wall. Okay. And then they connect maybe some people up because they think, oh, well, the Rothschilds is part of that, isn't it? Israel, the Rothschilds. And then they link up like Soros and all that in the gang together. So they think Trump is in the gang together. They are the ones, because I said Israel left for last, but they are the ones, that's a bit biblical as well, who, those families, like the Rothschilds and so on, I think there's even high above that called the Pacers, I can't remember how you pronounce it. They are the ones who own mainstream media worldwide. So the end game to me would be, even though it's not the end game in a sense as what you're going to see coming out, but the end game, what stops this game is the chessboard. But Trump is a 5D chess player and beyond. He knows how to play the game. I've just said this on Facebook, and I'm just going to let this come out the way it comes out of me, because this is how I do it. When Trump first got in 2016, when he got in, he came to the UK. He also went to a lot of other places because he was making deals and doing things then. For now, future proves the past. You go back and you look again. Go back and look over the Q post, you'll see a lot of stuff. He stood in front of the Queen. And the media, the mainstream media, went mad. I'm doing this in a story sense, that's why I'm being like this, because I'm on one again today. And he went mad and was like, oh, Trump is so, he's so rude, just the way he is and everything. And how dare he stand in front of our Queen? Oh, our Queen. Okay. Most people know, they originate from Germany. Blah, 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 all that boring stuff we already know about. And he stood in front of the Queen. And there was also a picture of him sat in Churchill's chair. Now, if you do know the truth about Churchill, you'll also understand what I'm talking about as well. A lot of people think he was this, that, and the other. A bit like a lot of people thought Margaret Thatcher was really good. Not that I've ever been into politics, but no. So he stood in front of the Queen. That was a massive move on the board of Dark and Light, by the way, of saying, move over, bitch, you've been checkmated. Because I know nothing about the game of chess, but what I do know is the Queen is the highest value on the board. And the Queen and our monarchy have been ruling everywhere. They would also, you could say, own mainstream media. They are, they've owned America. America thought they were free. No, you weren't. Wait till some find that out. Australia weren't, because the the monarchy have owned a lot of places and raped and pillages a lot of places of their gold and their diet, whatever, earthly things as well as other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So isn't that funny how the Queen isn't coming back, or she's whatever she's doing, because she's in lockdown because of the coronavirus? Well, that's bullshit. It's nothing to do with the virus. It was all planned to look like that. So the more and more you look back from now, future proves past, you're like, I knew this anyway, but when people are screaming today, oh God, has Trump won yet? We're not going to know anyway properly yet. We do know he has won, but what I'm saying is, to the other people, to the muggles, is it's what, early morning, and I don't know what time it is in America, but it's not, the day's not even started, and the way they count the ballots and that, but we all know they're messing around with that because something's just gone up about, I'll show you this. But we all knew they were going to do this because this is what they do. This is how they play dirty. So I'm just going to put my perception in of what I believe is going on when you know what the plan was, and you can see it happening anyway. And 17 in the chat is let me just find it. And also, hopefully, I'm going to be on the Mark Atwood show tomorrow at some point, so that's great. We've got in contact, and we're going to do it today or tomorrow, but it's gone out, so we're going to do it tomorrow. I don't know, it could be before or after dinner time, but I will let you know. Can't wait for that. I'm so excited. So great people coming together. Do you know what I mean? So you also know about Q. Funny that, isn't it? Anyway, where's the one? Right. So over on Twitter Wars, Sydney Powell has put, what? The Virginia vote counters have decided to call it a night. And get this, they took the uncounted ballots home with them. No shit, Sherlock. Why would they do that? And someone put, can they be screaming any louder? Are they cheating? Those that scream the loudest, remember? A bit like on YouTube, those that fear. Screaming. And then someone's put, at least we know they called it so early for Biden when he was behind. They had a plan. Conspiracy to change the outcome of their election. And then someone put, they think left planned to go quietly. Hillary Clinton to Biden, don't concede if the election is close. I think I speak of all Aussies right now, obviously, because there's a lot of stuff going on in Aussie. They're waking up. It's a bloody joke what's going on over here. Well, it's not just going on in America, is it? Australia, sorry. It's going on everywhere. Everybody knows what's going on, and everybody knows they're cheating, because someone got in contact with me this morning that just speaks to me now and again, was like, and they're not wherever really on the Q stuff and all that, but they know Trump's a good guy, and they're like, woke up this morning, and why is it sort of saying, I don't understand it. I don't understand why they're saying Biden's in front. I went, he's not. He's not in front. We all know this. And the world knows it. The sleeping are still asleep, but most of the majority know it's bullcrap. I mean, there are games being played. It's 99. Yeah, there are definitely games being played. No games are being played. We won't know for a while. We won't know for a while, but we do know. Do you know what I mean? Clear vision. Do you know, Jerome, I'm glad you just said clear vision, because I was just about to talk about clear vision and, well, clear mindset. So thanks for jumping in with that, because I've wrote that down about clear mindset. yeah, it doesn't matter how long it takes. We all know, and we all know. In my eyes, this is what I see, and a lot of people do. Trump's already won. It's a movie we're watching being played out. I mean, look at Biden. Who is that exactly? It's a movie being played out for the sleeping to catch up, to wake up, to see what's happening. We who are awake don't really need to. That's why I said I don't need to look at much. I know what's happening. People can see that as whatever they want to see it as, but he's won either way. He'd won, they'll go mad. They lie, they're going to be seen and caught in the tracks, but let them just go on for a little bit. Hi, let them go. Yeah, get your popcorn out. Let them go on for a little bit and show their true colours. Because, like I just said, past proves the future. The last to go down will be mainstream media. The world has got to see how they play the dirty games, because a lot of the world has not been awake to the dirty games. They are waking faster and faster, but still some are trapped in the hyperhypnosis state of the TV. So, but they are going to start to see. That's why I'm not bothered. I'm feeling very calm today. The sun came out this morning. Oh my God, when I actually got out of bed, because I went to bed late last night, and I was like, last night before I went to bed, the sky was so peaceful. I mean, the sky's peaceful anyway, but it just felt so calm. They lie, cheat, and steal. They do lie, cheat, and steal, but game over. It's the end game. It's the end game. A bit like the film. End game. It's their end game. It's the end of their world. It's going to be seen. So I'm not bothered either way, because I trust the plan. I don't just trust the plan as people say, oh, she trusts the plan. I trust the plan within me, with the people that I connect with, and the energies of what I connect with. There's a lot of people out there in the so-called spiritual community, and I bring this up because I say it like it is, and I don't care if it's offending people, because people really need to get over, sorting their emotions out, because at the end of the day, there's a lot of people out there who have they state all the time. It's not just one group of people. There's a lot all over the so-called YouTube community. I'm going to be talking about the word community in a minute. I'm going to drop that. Don't like it. Especially in spiritual communities, but it's in a lot of truth in communities, will say, oh, I knew this years ago, and I've said this before, I knew that and I knew that, and you think you're waking up to the fact that there's paedophiles, and all this stuff's going on. Well, we knew this ages ago, and oh, you're just not into our, our knowing, and oh my God, like, trying to, say that nothing we say has got value. It does, but also you've not moved on from the fact that what's going on now. You're talking about the past. Trump is a gift from God. Yeah, you're talking about the past, and you're still stuck in that New World Order shit, because what them people don't know that I know is, we know all that. It's not that I'm waking up to the paedophilia stuff and the so-called Pete stuff. I knew that a while back. Came through all that like most people do, like these people do. 33 in the house and 9. These people do, or went through it, but they think they know better. And it's not disrespecting them people, because they do know some truths, but what they're not getting the point is, you've been sowing them holes for a very long time. A load of new people have come through with fresh eyes, clear vision, new eyes, fresh eyes, 2020. Not that mine are that fresh, but they're fresher than some. I didn't just wake up this year. And they think that because all this stuff's put out there about the Illuminati and certain card games and all this, it gets very confusing, and you think, maybe Trump's came in pretending to look like the saviour, as they like to say, which we've never said. They just seem to scream it out. I've never said that. And really, it's just all big hoax to make you think that you've won, because that's what they normally do on that side. But I'm telling you, it wouldn't have took 3 years to do that, because they would have just got Hillary in. It's pretty simple. Her face wasn't acting when she was shocked. She was shocked. And she never let it lie for ages, did she? She wouldn't let it lie. She kept going on about Russia. She had a face like a slapped ass all the time, every time you saw her, because she didn't think she was going to win. Because it's them that were they were rigging it, but the Trump team found out, you know what I mean, the alliance and everything. So these people who get very stuck in a rut in these so-called truthing communities shout out this and that, shout out people who are talking about it now, because they say they're all love and light, but to me, how can you be? Because even though we can have differences in different things, like mine's Trump and Q, and some of them don't like that, and this isn't aimed at who I was talking about the other day. This is just aimed at that community out there. It's quite vast around the world that talk like this, and they talk very much in fear and anger. When you're talking in fear and anger, and you look full of fear and anger as well, and you resonate in fear and anger with the way you speak, that's that means you're not resonating properly. It's fear and anger is fear of, that's what that side is. So when you're thinking, yes, you can see it like that. I had to think when I tuned into Trump a few years ago to really think, because I had that thing of like, is it that side pretending to still, the dark side still pretending to be the light, which they're not. It's still the dark because it's always been like that. And I tuned in and I knew it wasn't. And that's why I've stayed on this ride and I've stayed in my light. My light of truth. Don't care what anyone else thinks this way. So I put white on today. I had to put white on today. White and this. I just felt I had to put white on. I love white. White in the light. And it is confusing, and I have met in real life people who think this. They go, oh yeah, it's all this, it's not what you think it is. It's like they're going to come in, Trump's going to come in, right? But he's going to be the Antichrist, do you know what I mean? Because that's what they always shout out. Funny that, isn't it? Is the Antichrist, is this, that and the other? No, you're the Antichrist because you're actually Antichrist. You're going about you're connected to this, but you've actually really not aligning yourself because you're in fear. So it's not. You can tell it's not. You can sense it's not. If you're actually researching properly, you can tell it's not. Also, those people that were trying to say things about me, they believe Q's not real by, I didn't even read it properly, it was crap. They put a link in their channel and it's some guy talking about, I think I mentioned the other day, the Q and what they think it is. And it only said it's their perception. So their perception isn't the truth and it's not a fact. Do you know what I mean? Of what Q is and it's this big place here and this is what it is and it's all to get you in fear. Well, that link that was put on was all to put you in fear. Do you know what I mean? And people can't see that. So people don't need to come to me and say, you're not spiritual, you're not this, because you were never separated from spirit. Well, some people are. That's just what you're born anyway. I can see with clear eyes because I'm not being funny and I'm not disrespecting people that woke up years ago because everyone's been doing the mission. But there is a lot of people that woke up way ago and even before them that have known stuff. They've gone in the whole energy thing and they're doing all that, which is brilliant. There's many of us doing different parts of a core job, but branching out. So there's different areas. Like I said, if you're in an office work, there's lots of people. There might be a person that goes around making the teas and the sandwiches for everyone. There's somebody who's on the computer. There's a boss. You all have different jobs. But people like to call other people that come up because they're doing something a little bit different, even though it's the same thing. And it's not what they're doing. So it's the wrong way. It's not the wrong way. It's my way. Also, going off train now because my dad's just texted me. Hi Dolly, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. So fresh eyes was needed. That's why the whole Great Awakening and the event. There's loads of people out there, and I've seen you all. You know, some of you have laughed about it, and it's good if you can laugh and take the piss out of yourself. Thought there was a planet coming in, and you were going to literally jump on it. Thought there was a ship coming in, and you were going to get on it at Christmas. You know who you are. It was quite funny. It didn't happen. It's the event within us also. And if there's good things coming in the future that we're not told about yet, because I do believe there's things that I was dreaming last night and there was something good. I can't remember what it was. For the life of me, I can't remember what it was. But I do think there's some things that I kept a bit of a secret because I would talk about it and then that side would see, if you get what I'm saying. But I'm not talking about that. But fresh eyes and ears and everything was needed. That's why there's this great awakening of people waking up and then giving them time to wake up. I've done it in the past going, all these people are asleep. We still say they're sleeping now because they have a lot of sleep. It's not a nasty term. It's just saying, you know, it's a metaphor for the people who can't see because they're in the dark, because they're only watching mainstream media, and mainstream media doesn't give you hardly any true information. They give you snippets, we all know that, but most of it is fear-mongering. When you're in the light, that means you're in the truth, because, you know, you can see what's going on and you're given the truth. But these people, you know, get in a huff. I'm just not looking in chat at the minute, when other people are coming through. Well, it's needed because if we'd have all stayed in some people's energy from way back, I'm not being funny, a lot of people hit substances and certain things to cope with certain stuff, and then they came out of the system and they've just gone and done their own thing to say out the system, you know, the beast system, we all know that. Brilliant. And that worked for you. And you may have been having a lovely time doing that because you can do that. But what the difference is now, because it's all about the now, not then. Then it was the now for them people, but it's not now. It's now with what's going on around the world, is around the plane. It's totally different because the timelines have changed. So A lot of people I've spoke to, and I don't mean these people, I mean people before. I've spoke to a few people in Discord and all different places when they thought I was bonkers talking about this stuff. And a lot of them I found to be really nice people, paranoid as buggery, had told me themselves, so it's not me being nasty, and I'm just bringing the truth up. The truth hurts. They're on substances or they're on big pharma because they couldn't cope. They couldn't cope with not seeing the world wake up, and they thought they were going mad because some people were like, well, maybe it's just me. Maybe I've got like schizophrenia, or maybe like I'm seeing it, but nobody else is seeing it. So they've gone either not back to sleep, but gone doing their own thing. Some have gone a bit doolally. I've seen something recently that really shocked me a few days ago where I was like, wow, but didn't surprise me. And I'm not going to talk about because it's not really for me to talk about. And this is somebody totally from another funny enough, another community on YouTube, funnily enough, spouting crap about people, which what's come back round now is like, wow. And that was with me and Roxanne ages ago. But what I'm trying to say is, so you needed other people being activated, basically. Do you know what I mean? So other people wake up and can say, no, I'm clear-minded. It's not what's happening, clear-minded. I told you, I'm not the sort of girl years ago that did drugs and stuff. I tried a few little things and I used to drink and I became a bit of a demon because it's spirit and it does, anything that takes you out of control, not controlling yourself. When I was younger, like you do, you get too drunk, you want to go out, you get too drunk. I'm not talking about recently. And all that stuff. And I've even looked at things when I've, tried something, and something did happen the other year, actually. I might have to tell you about when I went to a Flat Earth convention, and the people who know will laugh, but I never shared it, but I might do it another time. And it's like, the things that people see on certain substances, I've said to people, yes, it does open you up. And yes, you can have a great experience. Some people don't, because I think if there's a lot of dark within you, you can get that, because it's that coming out anyway. But some people who don't understand that go in fear. But at the end of the day, what I've experienced with certain stuff in my life is, and talking to other people about it, is I didn't need that because I've been always a sensitive soul. I didn't need it. And I do believe if you're a very sensitive soul, that's why we stepped in. When people talk about walk-ins and stuff, we stepped in a bit later because I know for a fact, and I'm saying this, being honest, I couldn't have coped with what I found out when I woke up, not to the spiritual realm, because I've always been dancing in that. That's hence why my name's called Dolly Daydream on here. I've always been, oh, you're off with the fairies and stuff like that. So I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the illusion of this world, because it isn't the real world. It's an illusion that's put on it. It's not the real world. The real world's a beautiful place, beautiful people, really. We're just, like I said, we're born from spirit. We're born out of love. A child doesn't know any difference between a black child doesn't know the difference between one. They don't look at it like that. We're just love until it's projected on us from them and taught us through what we watch, what we listen to, who you're around, so on and so forth. So I don't need to go into that because it's pretty obvious. So, get a cup of tea. So, I know for a fact what I found out, and many of you did, even if it was years ago, it doesn't matter when you found out. This isn't about who knew first. And I will keep saying this to these people out there because you're probably watching. I'm speaking my truth. Right? My channel, Speak My Truth. It's not getting at anyone. So all them people that were doing videos on me, I forgive you. I'm not bothered. It's a different perception, but I'm airing my perception. And when I came back to you, it was a response. It wasn't attack. You need to get your facts right. It was a response. And this is a response to anyone out there now. It's not that. People's mindsets, people. I'm just being brutally honest. I'm being brutally honest now. I couldn't have dealt with that. So you people who dealt with that years ago, you're very strong warriors as well. I am not slagging you off. Very strong. But a lot of you fell down as in, either just carried on with you, which is brilliant, because that's where there is a bit of falseness in the spirituality community. We all know that. It's not a new thing. We all know they got in everywhere. So people need to stop saying, Dolly doesn't know that. Yes, I do. I do know that, actually. Actually, you've obviously not seen a lot of my videos where I've talked about it. It's not about that. Hi, and I'm just not looking in chat at the minute. So it's not about that. You were warriors as well. But when people go, oh, it's all within. Yes, it is all within, but we are actually here as well. So the two worlds have to win. If the heavenly realms have won, the spirit realm, we're winning here. So it is real, and we've got to do it as well. This is what's merging. That's what people don't understand. You can't forget about this. You can't forget about this either. It's merging. That's what I see. 45 and 17 in the house. There's no such things as coincidences. 45 people in and 17 thumbs up. Are you having a laugh? Trump's winning, I told you. Hi Trump. Hi Q team. Give us a bit of a blink or something. I don't know. They're just having a laugh, but yeah, that is quite funny. That's not a coincidence. There's no such thing as coincidences. Number is a language. So anyway, I know you've got to have a laugh, haven't you? So, what was I just saying? Yeah, so, but in the spiritual community, people will go, well, yeah, you've got to go within. Yeah, that's how you resonate with what's going on and everything. But there's this thing of what I see years ago, or even now they go, you've got to go within, it's not real, it doesn't matter, and you just got to go within, and that's how the world. Yeah, we know that because we resonate the energy out. But the fact also is, this got so rife. What people don't understand is there's that many people asleep that they don't know about this. And this is why this is going to happen. And there's going to be a bit of chaos and trauma and all that, like you normally get with your dark night of the soul and all that. And you don't have to have one dark night of the soul anyway, by the way. Because we want the whole world to wake up. Some people go, yeah, but it's your own free will. Yes, it is. But you need to see the truth. And then when you've seen the truth, then you can discern what is right. You've been lied to. We all know that. So really, that's bullshit saying that. We all know the law of the universe is, but the law of the universe would be if you were living in a balanced realm, which we've not been in for quite a long time, centuries, I don't know. You would just discern what was going on and still learn through your lessons, but it hasn't been that way. It's been out of whack. So to all you people who keep moaning at me and other people of, oh, they've just woken up to this, you've got to let the world wake up. It's not for you to sit there and think you're some big holy flipping, what is it, guru. We're all our own gurus. I'm not no guru. You know, people come over and make nice comments. Oh, Dolly's connected. You're all connected. We're all connected. But what I'm saying is, yes, you were warriors. But some of you have just gone into paranoia because I've seen this over the past few years. I think a lot of people have. You know, like I said about the phones, oh, well, it's listening to you, don't text that on there. I don't give a shit. I've heard things going down the phone. I'm like, hiya. Me and Roxanne used to laugh all the time at 007. We used to go, oh, is that the adjustment bureau? Well, we're just letting, because we're not in fear. You're in fear, you'll just go down that hole of like, you wouldn't even be going out or anything. You'd be sat in the dark, just like, do you know what I mean? Sat in the dark, no information. Dark to light means coming out of the dark information. You ain't got no information. Coming to the light. A lot of people are paranoid. So really, we don't want people, I'm just being real here. I'm not getting at anyone. I don't know how to put it across. Who are coming up, who, yes, want to heal people, but haven't healed properly themselves, are paranoid and are fearing. I don't want that. I don't want people, you know, who've tried to, because every ripple that comes out of Lightworker, Starseeds, people who awake, the truth community, you will resonate with certain people, but the people who are all shouting fear out, it doesn't work like that. You're going to switch off because they're talking about fear. That's what fear is. So, thank you. And that's how I see it. So, give the people a chance that are moving up. I've even had to get out of my way because I've done it where I've gone, yeah, but we knew this even with Q, but I have to say, Q is a thing. It's not a psyop and it's not a cult. A cult is, I'll tell you what a cult is in a minute because it goes along with this community and spirit and the word community. I'm not in no community. I'm a sovereign being. That's why I talk my truth on here. But I'm going to talk about that in a minute after this because I was in the shower and I thought, you know what? Yeah, let's drop the word community. What? The word community? I'll tell you why in a minute. Even though we're still going to use it. So if you ever hear me say it, you know it's because of what we want it to be. But I see the word community a little bit taken over in a sense of something else. Healthy self. Yeah, so that is not me. This is a fact. And that's not getting anyone on YouTube of over the past few days. This is saying, this is what I've seen. I'm not going to sit here sugarcoating things going, oh, well, yes, there's been warriors in the past who have brought the truth out. Some of them are still worrying. Some of them have got paranoid because they're listening to people in different circles who are also paranoid, who are also maybe smoking too much stuff, doing, I don't know. I'm just saying because I've met these people in real life as well. I see it. I'm talking from experience. And they think that Trump is an elitist, as in, we're all elites, by the way. There's no one above anyone. But for the dark side, he's not. But because they get so entwined in the movies he put out and the shit that they've put out anyway about Trump, which is off that side, you know, they want you to think it actually doesn't even do that on the mainstream media, to tell the truth. They just slag him off. On YouTube, I'll say YouTube, one of the biggest communities, a lot of people in the truth community will go, yeah, I've been through my journey, I've been through the Freemasons, I've done this, I've done that. They look at the symbols, look at that. They see Trump doing this and think he's, you know what I mean? From that, these are, you know, like this is a mudra. They mean many different things. That side used them, but they were from the good side. They're just symbols that they stole, and most people know that. And the truth's been twisted. And then other people will get the truth twisted, Chinese whispers, and it all turns out, you know, there's someone, and they could be good, talking about the truth, and then they think Trump is from the bad side. And the amount of people I have seen scream out and go in proper fear when you mention this person. They do no research. They do no research. They go, yeah, I've been within. It's like, no, you haven't. You've gone and researched mainstream media regurgitation. It's pretty obvious. So what you're saying in chat, a cult that our psychos are in. Yeah, that side are psychos. And it's funny because psycho-hypnosis, they are psychos. And that's a mindset. So just being truthful. It's not what they think it is. If you look at people who talk about Q, there's some people who go bonkers because, like I said, Q is only a psyop. Q isn't a psyop, but is a bit of a contradicting thing. Q's only a psyop to you, which will take your optional, you know, take your focus away if you stay in the rabbit holes. The rabbit holes of what people have seen, we know that it's true because you've started seeing things go on. But if you stay in them rabbit holes, there's a lot of people that have channels and talk about Q and they just regurgitate the same old. You know, there could be channels out there that are still waffling about Pizzagate. And it just keeps people in that lowness because it is a low energy that you do find out when you go in the rabbit holes. You've got to learn to move from it. And as I said on Unbiased on the Fences channel yesterday, we go through stages, right? I've been attacked for having dreads because, oh my God, and I'm just saying it as it is because people say it, so I'm saying back, oh, she's got dreads in. Oh, she thinks she's all spiritual. You know, she used to have short hair. She wears makeup. I've just started wearing nail varnish again because I felt like it. Problem. Although it's toxic, a lot of things are toxic, and there's a lot of toxic people out there as well. I think you're getting away from everything at the minute. And I said, yeah, when I first came on around 5 years ago, I don't even know when I came on. My hair was shorter. I had a bit more weight on me because I'd had a baby. So on and so forth. Then I went through a few little stages because I used to love the 1950s look. So sometimes you'll see me with, I had red hair and it was curled at the front, and I used to talk about the clothes because I didn't know why I was on YouTube. I was just trying to figure out, a bit like in life, yeah, what I was meant to be doing on YouTube. And I wasn't quite sure. Was it supposed to be doing the makeup things that the girls do? And I did a couple of them, but I didn't do a lot of them because these people tried to slag me off for that. Oh, she's doing all that stuff. Well, I like makeup, and so what? I don't wear a mass of it, but so what? You're allowed to adorn your temple. Nothing wrong with that. People judging again. So I showed all them sides that I like 1950s, my witchy side, I showed that. So it was really like I was showing all the facets of myself. And I look back now, this is just all coming out in the flow, because we do have many facets, and we're not all a perfect crystal. We all have flaws, yeah? So does Trump. So what? It's all about the now. Freedom to change. Thank you. So I'll come and chat in a minute. So if you're new to my channel, go back to some of my first videos, because these people tried to say that I'm not positive. I've always been positive, no matter what I was talking about. Always been positive. Because I remember coming on YouTube thinking, if I can pump some sort of positivity out, no matter what I was talking about, people would just like it, because I'd seen a lot of cruelness in the world, and a lot of, through a relationship as well, a lot of just people, like what happens on here, hammering people down to the ground because I don't fit, my star shape doesn't fit in their square, just let's say. Do you know what I mean? It's like the kids, this is all just coming in, the kids' toy, and they've got shapes. So say it's like a toy, what shape? Yeah, like it was this. You know, when you have the shapes cut out in the top and the little, the kids put the shapes in the top. That's still the whole of everything. We're all different shapes trying to fit into the whole. Well, just because I'm a star and you're a triangle doesn't mean we're not part of the whole. We're just doing it a different way, yeah? Popcorn time. So, and we do go through that saying, oh, my truth's right and this, that's right. But the truth is the righteous truth of what's going on. And then these people in so-called spiritual go, well, we should be self-attained. Yeah, we know about that. But the thing is, you can't have a large amount of community. I mean, some are doing it brilliant. Some aren't bothered. They're just going doing it brilliant. But a lot of us don't want it for just a handful of people, or, you know, so many in that country, so many in that country. That's how it used to be, because it used to be like, you know, fuck the system, we're not bothered, you know, we're going doing our thing, we're going living off grid, we're going doing that. And they've done that and it's still beautiful for them. But a lot of us want it for the world because that's how it should be. That's how Source would want it. That was how it was meant to be. And all that's still going to take time. So the people who want to go and do that, go and do it. Leave the people alone who are trying to help the others, because in my eyes, that's what's going on. You can't have a new world that these people say, oh, having a new world, what, with only you and a few other people? You don't want everyone to come. These people have to be woken up, and then they have to learn, like we all have, through the stages of life, but they have to learn first to know what they really are. It's all right saying when you go within, you know thyself. Some people don't know how to do that because they're so in deeply brainwashed by the mainstream media. It's addiction, like I said the other day, addiction to your phone, addiction to the TV, it's so many big things, the food. So no, it's bullshit people saying that. It's very, very hard with all them addictions, because there's a lot that we all have. You know, when you say addiction, people at first think, oh, drug addiction, alcohol addiction. No, there's many, as I talked about the other day. Sugar's the biggest one. And they are hard to get off because it's it's an addiction. And we're weaning ourselves off that. Exactly. Some people are too selfish and up themselves. Yeah. So we want the world to go. And that's why I say, I'm up here saying right now, I couldn't have dealt with that 10 years ago, because my mindset wasn't right, as in things I was dealing with 20 years ago, 30 years ago, you know, or came here, you know, that awake, as in, like I said, I don't mean about the spiritual stuff, I mean about the stuff that's been projected on us. I'm not talking about connected to source. We all are, and I always was anyway. I'm talking about the world projected on us. I didn't know much about that. Yes, you know bits about, oh, the government's, you know, this and that's, and then, yeah, we all know about that. Nothing new under the sun. But these people still go on about it. Yeah, coffee's an addiction. There's so many things that are an addiction. Tea, I've got a cup of tea here. So I'm going to say, well done you lot that did that. Well done the ones that are still standing. And there are a lot of people that woke up a lot way before me that have been speaking about this for ages. But when they saw Q come in, they knew what it was. They knew what Trump was. They knew this was the manifestation. A lot will say divine plan, whatever it is, it doesn't matter, coming in. But these people don't want other people to talk about it. The only way the world is going to wake up is if they see it, like Q says, they're not going to be told, they're going to be shown. And then all of us that know, even these people that have been having a go at me, drop it all, right? Drop all the silliness and we'll be helping. Do you know what I mean? It's pretty easy. Pretty easy. Hi, Dolly and friends. Got to YouTube this day. It will take a little about 15th for Trump to decide to declare the winner. Yeah, that's what I've just said, Maggie. I'm not bothered about the winner of when the winner comes out. We all know it's going to be Trump, because within them days, if it was the 15th, before the 17th coming up, and we all know he's won. It's just the world's got to see how the mainstream are going to play the game. Because, as I said, future proofs the past. We got told a while back, the last one to be taken down, which is the Rothschilds and all that anyway, and going about Israel, is mainstream media. It's simple. It's so simple when you're clear-minded to know what's going on. That's why I'm not screaming and shouting. I'm feeling very calm. You probably won't see me after day till Monday because I'm just chilling and I'm watching the shit show go on. The Greatest Showman was Trump. And that's not the Greatest Showman that side think, oh yeah, for that side. No, you're in fear and you're paranoid. So, you know, that's my thing anyway. So we have had to have new people in with new energies and the eyes to see after they get past the whole, bit of anger because, like I said, it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. And like I said, the people have gone off and done their own thing. Good for you, because now is the time. Remember when people say it was all about service to thyself? Well, there was a lot of that going on then because it was service to yourself, because it was more like, do you know what? I don't see the world waking up, right? F it. I'm going to go and do my thing. I'm going to go off in the country. I'm going to live off grid. I'm going to go and do meditating every day of my life. Whatever it was, doesn't matter. I'm just saying. Now we're going into, the golden age, the age of Aquarius, service to others. You do help yourself, but it's service to others as well. So that service to others is helping people to wake up to the 3D stuff, because it's bullshit when you say you can't wake up to that. I'm sorry, you're still here in the physical as well. It's merging two realms. And let them people come through that are waking up now that you're seeing, going on about, oh my God, we've just found out about this and that. Then people are going to protests. I know about all that. So then people that were calling me out the other week, you're wrong yet again. Yeah. So, hang on a minute. So it's not about that. Now is not the time of service to thyself. It's that, yes, it is in a sense of, yes, you've got to look after yourself, but it's not what we want in the end. We want to help people, and that's what it's all about when all this shit drops and everything comes out about the other stuff. And then, eventually, the world will begin to see, the ancient teachings, this, that and the other, the stuff we know we should be doing with the work within. They'll be able to do it because they won't have rose-tinted glasses on. So you can't tell me, you can't tell everyone, you've got to go within and then things will change and the energy will change. Yeah, we know that because that's why we're doing it and other people are doing it. But also, these don't. So to get their mass energy in, these people need waking up. And then when they go through the bit of the stumble, the crappy stage of anger and all that, getting through, realising that we're releasing, can you imagine the energy? Mass, world, the Great Awakening. That's what it's all about. That's what the Great Awakening is about. It's not about Trump and Q. It's beyond that. I've said this a million times. People think it's, you're political, you're a deceiver, you're this, that, and the other. I know it's beyond that. And it is a heavenly divine plan as well. The divine comes through you. So these people who know this, if the divine comes through you, God is in you, within you. So if God works through you, he'll be working through people right now. And one of them's Trump. Fact. So I don't wash with all this bullshit, spiritual community, blah, 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 blah. I don't wash with it. Sorry, this is me being a sovereign being. This is how I am, and I'm not apologising for it. And when I was in the shower this morning, I will come into chat in a minute. Everything's energy, yeah. I will come into chat in a minute because I'll just get distracted. Yeah, we need to lift each other up. I was in the shower this morning, and I decided to just put my plug in and and put some Epsom salts in the bottom because I weren't having a bath, I was having a shower, and I thought, yeah, well, salt of the earth and all that, I put the salt in at the bottom. So I did do, and I was singing, I made a little song up, if I can remember the tune, I'll sing it in a minute, High Critical. And then this came in. I was been thinking on community because I'm sick to death of everyone going, you're not in the community, you came to our community, and the community, the spiritual community, and the truthing community, and the bullshit community, and this community, and that community, and the flat earth community, and the globe community, and the community, and the YouTube community. I'll still say that word because it'll just come out because it's programmed too. But what I'm saying is, I'm quite sick of that word now because people go, it's community, it's unity. Well, for one, to those people that shouted that out, the YouTube community isn't just your community, and I never was in your community, your gang, or whatever it was you wanted me to be in. But I wrote down today, when I was in the shower, when I got out, community, yes, it's got the word unity. It's also got the word at the beginning of it, I just thought, yeah, commune, of that community, a commune. But also just popped in my head of the way people go on about it, it feels twisted to me as in, communist, because how I see it is you could get in a community of all love and light, or whatever community you wanted to go in. I want to go in this community and act like they do on YouTube, But as soon as you don't agree in that little group, well, it's a bit like being in communist China, and we know what happens over there. You don't agree. And that's why people say, you don't agree, you don't agree. No, I might be agreeing on some things you say and resonate, yeah, but I don't agree with everything. Like, they don't agree with everything I say about Trump and Q. That's all right. Yeah, all communities got infiltrated. That's what they think I don't know. I do know that. And the thing is, I'm sovereign. And why don't we call it a sovereign, I'm a sovereign entity, a sovereign, I don't even know what the word to call it now. Yeah, community, but not community, because you sound like a communist. Because I am sovereign, yeah? And I have my own things coming in. And we resonate with people. And when we get in it, if someone came in now and they were sat next to me, my friend came around, someone else, and there's a few of us that resonate with the same sort of things, on the same sort of wavelength, fine mark, we would be each other's fields of energy, resonating in that wave of energy. And we're like, yeah. It doesn't mean they'll go, right, we need solutions for this thing that we want to bring in. So, we'd be like, right, Marilyn, what do you think? Right, Mark, what do you think? Right, what do you think, Horse? And you'll all be on the same, because this is where we're going anyway, you'll all be on the same focus goal, that whatever it is that we're doing, like, right, we're building a house. So, and you'll all come in with different things like, well, I'm really good at pipe work. Well, I'm really good at electricity. Well, I'm really good at making things. You know what I mean? So I'll do the crafty side. You build the windows, and we'll delegate. Do you know what I mean? But we're still sovereign beings. It doesn't mean like we all have to be doing the pipe work, because then none of the rest of the house will get built, will it? That's just coming in now. So you're not going to build your house, because nothing's going to get done, because you all have to do the pipe work. And if you don't do the pipe work, you're out of the gang. Do you know what I mean? It's like, no. And then we go back and we go and do our own thing. Like, I'm a sovereign being, so I like art and stuff, and I do that sort of stuff. Someone else might go back. I've come out of your energy field now. We've had this discussion. I'm going back home now. I'm going playing on my guitar, because you're a sovereign being. It doesn't mean I have to go and do what you go and do. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, bye, Biden. Exactly. So that's how I see it. So really, when I look at people shouting and screaming about community, even though we know it's a good word in a sense, but spells, and it doesn't mean it's saying that, because people go, yeah, it's got the word unity in it. Well, has it really? Yeah, it has. But at the end of the day, is it a communist unity? Do you know what I mean? So, sorry, I'd rather say no. I'm a sovereign being, and sometimes I won't resonate with what you're saying. Doesn't mean I hate you. It doesn't mean you're wrong. Doesn't mean I'm right. I'm just saying I don't resonate. I'm a sovereign being, and I will go on my journey the way I need to do it, the way that I need to understand it, because I'm a sovereign entity. I'm my own entity, and I don't have to be swayed off what people are saying and telling me to do. But if I come in another person's field of energy and I like it, because I resonate with it, and I feel it's like, yeah, I quite like what you're saying there. I could bring this, and then you could bring that, and that makes that thing, that goal really good, and it could actually work out better. That's what's happening around the world. That's what the Q thing was. It was to show people, many people are on Q with many different great ideas, and the way they come across on, say, YouTube or stuff like that. We're all coming together. Boom, that's how it works. So don't come with me with all that bullshit and acting like a victim, because the victim state mentality is massive. It's massive, it's ridiculous, and I'm not in anybody's gang. You lot are not in my gang. We say, like, we always say vibe tribe. It's a vibe tribe, because you're just picking up on someone's vibe tribe, spiritual community. I'm just going to make a new word up. You know what I mean? I'm going to think of a new word, and I'm going to put it out, because I'm actually sick. At the minute, I'm sick to death of people going on like that. Come into our spiritual community. Like I said last night on Unbiased on the Fence, I don't need to come into a spiritual community with anybody or our community, because I know we use them words, so I'm not saying it's wrong, but I'm just saying, from my point of view, we were born from spirit, so you're always connected from spirit. You're never disconnected. They want to make you think you're disconnected. There's some people who, yeah, they're on the last thread. And some people have had them cut. I will say, some people, it's like they have them cut because they've gone to the dark side, you know what I mean? But mostly, even people who are brainwashed, because we know it's not their fault, that's why we're lovingly going to say, when they wake up, we're going to help them. We're not going to go, yeah, told you so. We might say it, but it's not going to be the told you so, yeah, told you so, yeah, told you so, we were right. And then when they all come over and go, yeah, see you later, we're not going to bother helping you. Some people will do that because they're all in their ego, like some people have come across lately, not bothered. We're going to be like, well, we did told you so, but it was only under the effect of we were trying to help you. But now you see, You know, what is it? You know, what do you need help with? Is it, you know, let's do this together. That's what I see proper unity is. But that's proper sovereignty as well. So some people might say, yeah, but sovereignty is just doing your own thing. It's not. It's doing your own thing because, yes, in a way, you have to work on yourself, but it's also giving a handout to those people. Funnily enough, something's just come in. Last night, I just remembered now, it's funny how things jog your memory. I saw in my mind's eye, I've not drawn it very well, but there was this hand. And now it reminds me of the film Star Trek when the green hand came in. There was a hand, it just had a star in the middle. And I don't know if it was a pentagram, but if you don't know, is it Venus that travels around that makes the lotus flower, that makes the 5-petaled flower, which is a star shape if you sort of draw the straight lines on it? Just saying. Just throwing it out there. I saw that, and there was something else as well. I can't remember. A lot of colour green as well. Green's healing. But yeah, Dolly, check your email. Your power on YouTube. Share with your audience. Oh, by the way, and if you just come in, I should hopefully be on Mark Atwood channel tomorrow. We've contacted each other. We were going to do it today or tomorrow, and I think we're doing it tomorrow at some point. Could be before dinner or after dinner. But yeah, Mark has got in contact. So that's brilliant. I can't wait for that. Thank you, Lee. People don't understand this. They just want to fight the people who are fighting the fight with them. Though some people fell a long time ago and got caught up in the paranoia of the New World Order and still thinking that it's here now and that when Trump takes over, that's it. You know, and oh my God, we're just going to go within now because you've fucked the world up. It's like, no, it's not that at all. People talking about that in fear, going on about do this, do that, you need to get your food in, you need to do this, you need to make sure, blah, blah, blah. The person over that side is reporting that there's supposed to be a tsunami coming to the UK in Cornwall, and they're getting ready, but it's not here yet, so it might be here on the 29th, I think they said, and you know who you are. Who are you watching? The tsunami that's coming is not a tsunami of water that's going to hit the Cornwall coast. It's a tsunami of information, red wave, by the way, that will come over from America over here. So when people say they see metaphors, I think that person might have been wrong. Seeing pictures, it's a tsunami, all right, of bloody information, you know. Yeah, domain. Yeah, contribution. What's this? What's this? What am I looking at? Oh, and there's a big star. What am I looking at? I'll just watch it a minute and then I'll show you. Red wave. Yeah, it's a red wave new tsunami, which is information. Tsunami of information. Do you want me? Maggie, what is it? Do you want me to listen to it? All right, yeah, I can see what it's talking about. Right, I'll just play a bit of this because I've just been emailed it. So hang on a minute. Right, because like I've said, it doesn't matter if you think it looks like he's not winning. He's won. And he's won either way because we know he's won. We know Biden ain't going to win. You know they're messing with the polls. You know they want to cheat because that's what they always do. But it's going to be seen. And then when it gets seen, everyone will know Trump was a true winner. Even if you get people going, oh yeah, doesn't matter. I'm just staying away from the news right now. And then it's going to be seen because mainstream media is going down. Past proves future proves past, like it was told ages ago with Q. Last one to go down is, I'm going to say, is real life mainstream media. So, hello, I'm not bothered. Yeah, so I'll just play this. I'm just going to go and warm me tea up and then I'll come back and then I'll play this. So, yeah, and like I said, I thought I'd wear white today. Oh, and the song that came in, the birds are doing me nothing in there. Nana! Is, I was in the kitchen and a little song just came in my head and I was singing it out loud because that's what I do when little songs come in. It's something like, I can't remember the tune. Stand in your light and everything will be alright. If you stand in your light, everything's gonna be alright. Just stand in your light. Everything's gonna be alright. just a little chorus like that, and I was singing it like, yeah, I'm standing in my light, I'm going to be all right, because I'm not fearing. You've got to be quite strong not to fear, do you know what I mean? You've got to be, like I said about the Warriors before, and then the new ones came in. I said I couldn't do what they did way back because I was too sensitive, lifting the veil. But through the trials and tribulations I've been through from experiences with different things that I've gone over the past couple of years, it made me stronger. Now I'm prepared. That's how we prepare ourselves through certain situations and mainly experiences. You toughen up. Could be a relationship, anything. You toughen up, then you find the truth out, and it doesn't crack you as much. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, get what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm just gonna warm this up and then I'll be back. Ah. Also, it's a bit like when people want to know the ins and outs of how you know stuff because you go within. Most people know. Them people know. You get it through metaphor. You get it through visions in your third eye. You get it through nature. I don't need to tell everyone how I get it. I've just gone to the window then. I looked up. A cloud there looked like 33 thumbs up. An angel. Validation to me, not anybody else, to me. When I see numbers in my little realm that I'm in, people know that's how source talks to you. So people don't need to go, how did you get that in? Or, oh, that's not the same as what I saw. Well, good for you. You saw what you saw in your validations, and I see mine when source speaks to me, God speaks to me. Some of them can be the same because it's in that big soup of consciousness. Do you know what I mean? Well, I'm just in my flow of what I'm waffling on about. So I'm just going to share this because obviously it has been a Trump week, obviously. So, yeah, I've just been sent this. So, hang on, I'm getting messages left, right and centre here. Left, right and centre. So let me check. Let me check these messages. Getting loads of contacts now. Hang on a minute. See, messages. Right, I've just had a message from someone I know who has put everyone's panicking. What have they put? Everyone's panicking. Everyone's panicking, but no need because the light will always switch on for everyone. It will. This is what it's about. I'll play that in a minute. It's people in the so-called spiritual community going on about this event that was happening. This is the event. Oh my God, can't they see? This is the event. The Great Awakening. People don't want people to do, oh, woe is me, we woke up, stop, you don't respect what we were saying. Yes, we do. You don't respect what other people are saying now because it's all that ego thing. If you don't want people talking out, people, new people coming across. Well, so what? So what? You are waking people up. Thank you. And there's a lot of people waking people up, but those of us that choose to come on the tube, Doesn't mean that people in chat aren't awake, because you are, but you come on the tube to see what people are saying, and then you can see how things faster moving. But if you've only just come in, you need to go back to the beginning. But let me just find, well, let me see what this was. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing's gonna be alright. Whoa, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing's gonna be alright. Getting dry lips again. Don't worry about a thing. Ooh, 'cause every little thing's gonna be alright. You could say I'm singing that wrong, but I sing it the way I sing it. Do you know what I mean? You know? So, what we're looking at here. Don't worry. Ooh, it's like this now, right? I can check my YouTube. I'm always getting someone in called Christopher somebody or somebody putting sweet girls online because they see a woman and they go and put like Pornhub things in, or it's a bot. These people or bots are just ridiculous. You know what I mean? And people also do it and make accounts to just annoy people. I just remove them. So when people say I remove certain comments, yes, I do remove certain comments because some people are assholes and some people are bots. And also, you know, whatever. But I'm actually going to start leaving comments up now. Not them sort of comments, because that was a porn one or something or whatever it was. But I'm going to actually start leaving people's shite-ass comments up because it's their own comment of whatever they're seeing in their reality. But I'd just say if it is a shitty one, just don't go and respond to it, because this is the time, like I said before, we're going to see who's who and what's what. Just like I said, that side would say, oh, Dolly deletes comments. I openly say that I delete comments because normally it's people just trying to troll, not putting a point across, like when someone does, like I said, video, and then they can't take the heat when it comes back, because you shouldn't throw stones if you live in a glass house, and they don't want other people's opinions of what they see. You know, that's different to someone vindictively trolling to somebody just putting their opinion across because someone said something and someone's like, well, no, that's not what I see, hence I go on Dolly's channel, it's not what I see. There's a difference. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to start leaving them up there, apart from them sort of ones that I just have to get rid of them. If people start coming in and commenting, let's see what sort of people come in. Do you know what I mean? And they can be left there because I'm just not going to respond to them. Yeah, negative energy. Yeah, they should be deleted, and that's why I've always deleted. But now, you know, it's a bit time for seeing now, isn't it? It's actually time to, in a sense, when I'm saying putting your guard up, putting some guards down there with that, just so those accounts can be seen, because I've seen quite a lot this week with quite a lot of stuff. So it's quite bonkers really, because it's just, they can be there, but if you see them fearing and spouting, a bit like Q said, those that scream loudest, you don't have to go and comment. Just leave them, let them say whatever they're saying, because it's just going into, you know, whatever. So yeah, what was this then anyway? Yeah, they need to see the evil. Right, so let's put, right, what's this then? Doctor Who. Hang on. Oh, the light was getting me. So, what's going on with the light? What is going on? on a rainy day. Makes my soul drip, drip, drift away. I see you in darkness. Oh my god, what's that song? All these songs are coming in. What's that song? Sorry, I'm gonna have to find that song. What's that song? I see you in the darkness, I see you in light. Make me feel. What's that song? Drip, drip, drip away. Sorry, I just don't know what's going on with the lighting at the minute. It's weird. It's like right in my face. Sit back a bit. Yeah, what's that song? I see you in darkness, I see you in light. Make me feel. Oh yeah, Sunshine on the Radio. Sorry, if a song comes in, I have to go looking at it. Sunshine on the. It's just because the sun came out and it's a bit wet. Well, let me have a look. Let me see. Just getting distracted now, but. Yeah. It just came in then, so I thought, yeah, what were the words? What were the words? I see you in darkness, I see you in light. We've all seen each other, you know, in this. I see your eyes shining in through the night. Can't remember the tune. Make me feel like I belong. Everyone's trying to feel belong. That's why everyone gets a bit, you know. Don't relieve me, you won't leave me here all alone. Cast your eyes, can't remember the tune, like a summer skies. Blue earth and the ocean, clearer than the sky. Sorry, I don't know the tune. I know this bit. Sunshine on a rainy day makes my soul drip, drip, drip away. Sunshine on a rainy day makes my soul drip, drip, drip away. Make it feel so unreal. Like a wind in the desert, like a moon on the sea. Sunshine on a rainy day makes my soul drip, drip, drip away. Sorry, it just came in and felt like singing it because the sun was coming through windows, and you know what I'm like, the song comes in and I have to sing it. It's called Energy, whoop, 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 Energy, whoop, whoop, whoop. You see what I mean? You get on this side and you're full of energy. You look at Terence Williams laughing his head off at stuff, and we're all like quite creative, like, yep, we don't see, no, we're not fearing. Yeah, a little bit in tune, Red Eye Jedi. I was like, oh my god. Right, let's get that other video. And like I said, I was in the kitchen doing the whole light thing this morning. Stand up in your light. Everything's gonna be alright. Stand up in your light. Ooh, everything's gonna be alright. That's what I do. I make songs up in my head so no one can say, ooh, I don't know the tune of that. I'm like, neither do I, because I just made it up when I was what came in, and then I forget. And things come in, and that's how I am. So I'll make little songs up. Stand up in your light. Stand up in your light, ooh, stand up in your light, ooh, stand up in your light. You're gonna be alright. Stand up in your light, ooh, stand up in your light, ooh, stand up in your light. Everything's gonna be alright. My little tune this morning. That's how my brain, well, not brain, that's how I work. So there you go. What am I looking for? There. Right.
This is your PIR for Wednesday, November 4th, 2020. All the facts you need to know for the Patriot on the Go. Patriots of the world, I hope you're doing well. Oh yeah, here we are the day after the big election day in the United States, and it goes on. They stopped the count last night. If it were to have continued on, President Donald J. Trump would be the president.
See, they stopped the counts last night because they had to go home. Because if they'd carried on, they knew he was going to be. He's won anyway. We know this. So this is what I was saying at the beginning. So thanks for putting that in email. Even though this is what I was saying at the beginning, we know they're trying to cheat. We know they've done that because they're all going about. Oh yeah, it's going to take ages because of COVID. We know who's the winner. They're trying to postpone it, trying to delay it, which is what the Democrats always do. Every time. We saw the polls last time when they were trying to hide stuff and take stuff. So this is just a shit show going on. It's quite funny to watch. I don't mean this show, I mean what's going on. That's why I say don't be in fear. But if your friends, my sister said she's at school today, she went, oh, people are doing me heading going on. If your friends or family around you going, oh, it looks like Biden's winning, just, oh my God, just sit with yourself and think, just smile and go, okay, because we know what's about to come. A red tsunami of voting. You know what I mean? It's laughable. So this is what I've said. I'm 45 in watching now. So funny.
Re-elected today, but that didn't happen. They stopped the count, and there are pending states out there for him. You can find all the info.
Exactly, Red Eye Jedi. That's what I've said. The rallies tell the whole story. I've said, you go and watch the rallies, right? And then you go and watch what the news is saying. Does not make sense. There's people I know that have texted me this morning that they're not really bothered about all this, but they've even said in the UK, that doesn't make sense. Like, look at the rallies compared to what they're saying. It doesn't make so. Yeah, and it's that thing, horse racing tips, innit? Don't worry about a thing. Because Trump's got it in the bag and Biden's going in the bin. Oh, yes, so don't worry about a thing. Trump's got it in the bag and Biden's going in the bin. Telling you.
Show about that elsewhere, but the bottom line is it's going to the Supreme Court.
Yeah, they can only win with fraud,
That
exactly.
is where this is going. No
Supreme
big surprise.
Court. Right, so it's going to the Supreme Court, so let's wind back, whoop, 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 wind back. I'll tell you why we'll wind back, because, oh, this makes me laugh. Past proves the future. Do you remember the Kavanaugh thing? Judge Kavanaugh, who they got in because Ginsburg was in, and where's she gone now? Yeah, well, they had to get all the shite asses out of there. That's why they lied about him with the whole rape thing, which didn't happen, because they didn't want him in, because they know come hammer time, justice time, which is here, Thor time, hammer time, whoa, oh, you can't touch this, oh, you can't touch Trump, whoa. That's why. So if they sort the Supreme Court justice out, real justice is coming, and that's why all you lot out there, and I don't mean you in chat, who are naysayers to Trump, this, that, and the other, he's part of the Illuminati, he's part of this, he's part of that. Oh, don't you know about the justice system? No, you're wrong. The plan came in. Yes, it's took time. The Great Awakenings took time. It's took time because they had to do it within the law. These people don't do anything within the law. They're doing it within the law, so nothing can be said like you've not done it within the law. The right people, real right people, righteous people are being put in the justice system. You can't have places being taken down all over the world, because this is a domino effect of what's happening everywhere, if you've got nefarious people in the justice system. So it wouldn't matter if Hillary and that lot have got arrested. It's not going to happen, is it? So think on people out there whose brain cells have just shrunk. Think about it, you know. Just being brutally
no big
honest.
Surprise that there is voter fraud, rampant in all of this. We've been looking for this, anticipating it. Now, so we should see
1,000 steps ahead,
continuation of this process. We'll talk more about that when we get to the geopolitical. But right now, item 1, economic. Currencies, cryptos, equities, precious metals. No major changes up or down of 10% or more. We do see some upward green, some upward movement in some of the markets. Everything's a little mixed. It would almost appear that no news is good news at this point for the markets, because I will guarantee you, if it were to be, and it won't be, that Joe Biden were elected president of the United States, the markets would react in a pretty negative way. Let me put it that way, because he's talking about...
And I trust a plan because I trust myself, and I trust myself to trust a plan knowing that it's a good plan and it can be trusted. Easy.
He wants to repeal all the tax cuts that President Trump did and all the different things. He wants to, shut down different industries. He wants to open things up to foreigners.
I mean, you got people talking about Obamacare. Oh, he's trying to take the healthcare. Obamacare? Are you serious? I didn't even know what Obamacare was doing. People in the UK will go, oh, where's it? Well, he's coming after the NHS. Yeah, big pharma worldwide. Get over it.
Everything that President Trump changed that caused the economy to boom to levels we'd never seen in history. So it looks like the market is kind of...
If you're new in chat, can you please subscribe to my channel? Because it's putting that frequency out there of, getting us all out there. Because I know my numbers have gone up and they're not moving. I mean, we know what YouTube are doing. I think it's going to be different soon. But you know what? Because you get unsubscribed. I'm not just saying that going, if you resonate with what I'm saying, please subscribe, because it's just a way of showing support, that you're subscribing to. And I don't mean subscribing to my truth. I just mean if you resonate with, my frequency of what I'm trying to put out of positivity. You don't have to believe in everything I'm talking about. No, I'm just saying the whole thing of bringing people's vibes up. Please check, because YouTube take them down all the time. And if you're new, subscribe. And if you're new on YouTube and you've never been on, it doesn't mean you're paying for a subscription or not even monetize it. It just means, we can see the numbers of the subscriptions of people that come over, that's all. It's nice to keep an eye on it because of YouTube, but that's all going to change soon anyway.
For the best here in all of this. Yeah, and they should. And getting into that.
And always put thumbs up. It's not the thumbs up for people looking for validation. Oh my God, it's thumbs up. Now is the most support for everyone. So in every channel you go to, thumbs up is just an indication of an energy exchange of, you resonate with something. It doesn't mean you resonate with everything. People put thumbs down. That's good to them if they want to. I mean, if I don't bother with the channel, I just don't bother putting thumbs down. I just think I won't be watching again. So that's what I'm just saying. Thank you, horse. I'll see if it's changed, because I'm watching what's going on with the numbers.
Oh, now, one other thing I have to say, about the economic situation. A lot of people are anticipating.
Yeah, because social platforms, I know a lot of people have gone on to the new YouTube thing, but I'm just staying here. If we have to go somewhere, I'll always be under Dolly Daydreams, just so you know. But I'm not moving anywhere yet, because I don't save all my stuff and all that, and it doesn't bother me. I can let all that go. I think if everyone's been taken out of certain high up, managerial job sort of things in all, because that's what's happening with the banks and everywhere. There'll be people put in front of YouTube that are good people, and YouTube can be what it was meant to be. Or if it gets totally taken down, we go to a new platform. If it ever does, I'll be on it under Dolly Daydream again. But I'm not moving anywhere at the minute. I'm just thinking, well, they're all going to get taken down anyway, and all the shite asses and the ones that try and, censor, they'll all be taken out of the game anyway. So YouTube will be YouTube. So yeah, I'm not worried about that at the minute.
Your economic changes, until this gets resolved, like I said yesterday, not going to happen. Not going to happen.
Or maybe we'll all just be getting on with our lives. You know what I mean? The golden age.
On an individual level, that has nothing to do with what's going on in the nation, the world, etc. Right? What's happening with you is totally separate. So be on the lookout for good things, some financial news to come to you. Good stuff. Out of the blue. Like, wow, I can't believe that just happened. Look for that, because this is how this works. Right? This is how all of this operates. So the item one economic news I have for you is you individually as a person
sovereignty,
be looking for something good economically to come to you. Disregard the national news, disregard the global news. You'll
go in the news and they'll put up about money, this, that, and the other. Oh, this is happening, oh, they're taking this down, to put you in fear and going, oh my God. That's why I don't listen to no bullshit when you go on your phone if the first thing on the news, of anything. I just think, just carry on. Like, and what comes into you, be like he says, wow, oh, just take no notice of that. Take no notice of that. There is good stuff coming for us in this world. When people say, that's the outside world, it's all within. Yeah, but that's going to change, because the outside world, because of the work a lot of people have done, yes, in the past, and these people who've even had a go at me, yes, in the past, and now, we're bringing this outside world down so the outside world can sync up to our inner world, which it will do because you do it from the inside out. But it's like I said, it's merging. So,
and you seek, and you shall find that, lo and behold, that which you have gratitude from your heart for is right there.
yeah, and I've noticed in real life, you know, real, I'm not making it up in my head. 42 and 42, see, syncing numbers as I said it, that I can be up this side of the country and I know people down the other side of the country, right? And I don't know if anyone's seen this in chat. And I'll be all like, oh yeah, and this has happened, you know, blah, blah, blah. Even in lockdown, they're like, oh no, like this has happened, and oh God, like I'm fearing, and I'm like, really? I just don't see that going on in my little realm. So I'm like, but those people will be bringing things in because they're focusing on the wrong things, and you're like, well, what can I say? Parallel universes, because I'm like, well, in my universe, I'm not seeing that. And then people get like, oh yeah, well, it's because you're blah, blah. No, it's because that I don't focus on it. I don't feed into the bullshit of it. You know what I mean? I see a lot of that going on. And it's like, well, you can be in the same area and you're like, well, I haven't been experiencing that personally. You know, like I could go into victim mode and start going, oh, my phone's tapping me. And I mean, yes, we know that happens, but I just think, so what? You've got your information anyway, so... It's not going to stop now. It's not, you know, what you do now. It's not going to stop. You're not going to stop that. But that's all going anyway because, like I said, they tracked us. We've tracked them. That's how they've been brought down. That was the whole thing of that. They brought the technology in and we were a lot behind anyway. Thinking they were very clever, even on YouTube and everything. How they steal people's ideas. It's not just targeted individuals of this, and this. It's many different things. Well, they targeted themselves. As soon as they did that, they targeted themselves. So, whatever. The med beds released disabled children and children. Yeah, the med beds and all that, people going about that, seeing pictures of them. It's not for us first, it will be, but it's going to be for veterans, the children that have been saved, yeah, children with disabilities, all the things that need to be cleared out because a lot of that is from big pharma and shit and injections. We all know this. But then people can go, no, she's just woken up to that. No, I haven't just woken up to that, you lot on that side shouting out. We're just trying to wake other people up to it. I haven't just woken up to that and think that's a great awakening, think like I said. And also think about the military that have gone in to rescue these children. They're going to need some sort of healing because believe me, of what you research, of what you think you might be down there, I think it's a lot worse than what we think. It's horrible anyway, but I think you'd be having to have some sort of treatment that will sort of wipe that memory, let's say, because I don't think you could live with some of it, you know what I mean? You know, and that's why with the wars and stuff, we all know man-made wars. It was to get us taxes and things like that and raping other countries of certain stuff. And we're all paying taxes for, you know, wars that had nothing to do with us because they like to play the little games. Also, I see it as killing off strong men. And then when they come out, you know, they're messed up. Some people are messed up in the mind with it because of what they've seen and all that stuff. And that's what they want. They want a messed up society. And they have done a very good job for all this time. But I'll tell you what, didn't think this would happen, did they? We're stronger than they thought we were, and we've caught them in their own game. Now it's our game.
That's how that works. All right, item 2, geopolitical and energetic overlay. Okay, yeah, the geopolitical, the elections basically were stopped last night. There will be no new reporting, I guess, until Thursday on some of the numbers. But if you were to take all of the states that are outstanding still, let's see, what are they? I believe we have Georgia, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, Minnesota. President Donald Trump would win right now. And it appears like what happened was they did not want to announce that President Trump won last night because they saw what was going to happen, so they stopped everything. Now, why would they do that?
Why would they do that?
That's right, because they are planning to do ballot harvesting. Basically, the reason they stopped.
Oh, by the way, Juan07, Candice, I can't believe you just put that in there. Juan07 just posted, this is, you don't think we planned this for years for them to steal by cheating, did you? Exactly. And I can't believe you just said that because I'm just about to say something about Juan07. Juan07 just posted, was that on Twitter? You didn't think we planned this for years for them to steal the cheating, did you? Are people daft? They haven't planned this for years for that to happen at the end and go, oh, that's the end of the game. No. Mark Atwood, whose show I'm going on tomorrow, hopefully, because we got in contact with each other today, he did a dead funny one today, sat on the toilet going, right, hello, God, having a conversation with God, and then he goes, yeah, I said to my son, look, son, it's a bit like Star Wars. I'm not worried, because we know he's already won. And he's like, what? And he's like, Star Wars. Now, I've said this before. If the film ended, because we know it's all the movie, if the movie ended where the Death Star got blown up and that was it, it'd be a pretty crap movie, wouldn't it? Because you really want to see, you know, what happened after that. You know, the big celebration when all the Earth alliances were all together, because they all came together like in all the other films. They all came together, different sides, different. They might have been warring against each other at some point, but they all came together because they loved Earth, do you know what I mean? And they were like fighting off, you know what I mean? So you always saw that in the film after. It wasn't, right, that's a Death Star. Right, it's, you know, we want to see what's happening with the Cabal and all that were involved, and we're going to see it. History in the making, it's been a massive thing, you know, the Great Awakening, it's going down in history, it's biblical, also meaning, yeah, there's a spirit thing there, you know, divine, and also biblical as in massive, because it is massive. Do you really think the plan just came in to just go, yeah, well, I mean, they've cheated, so we'll just leave it there? No. Future proves the past, go back. The people can't be told, they'll be shown. The last ones to go down is mainstream media. All the people that fell off the Q train, a lot of people out there going, oh, well, it fell off the Q boards, because even the guy off lifting the veil or whatever, he's really good, but don't believe in it, because that's what he thinks happened, and it didn't. A lot of people thought that. Disinformation needed as well. I wonder why. To be clear.
Everything last night is they needed to see how many votes
Clearing all
they
your
need.
senses.
Because they know how many votes were cast there.
Oh, thank
They're
you,
just not
Crystal.
reporting them. These states are trying to determine, and these are all democratically controlled states for the most part. They're trying to determine how many votes they have to come up with. It's called cheating. It's called ballot harvesting. That's what
Ballot
this is all
harvesting.
about. So President Trump said last night that they did win, and they will be taking this to the Supreme Court. So we're going to see this battle continue on the Supreme Court. And the reason this is good news, actually, is because the Constitution of the United States, like I stated yesterday.
But I'm not playing all of that. You can go and check it out on channel PIR. Because at the end of the day, like I've said, he's won anyway. And even if it goes through a little bit of a court battle and people are moaning going, oh, you said he was going to win and now it's this thing, it has to be done within the law. So let's take the bastards down. Do you know what I mean? I'm pretty happy with that because we all know, you know, so yeah. So how are you all feeling about it all? I'm pretty happy. It's plain to see, you know, you're going about being clear and that, and the clear, and it's funny because in the book Dianetics, it talks about being clear. This is why people freak out about Dianetics. I've not got through a lot of it, but what I can see, it's like, yeah, because I know I'm going to understand it. It's a bit like this book. Where is it? Where is it? Oh yeah, this book. I actually thought it was a conversation with God, but it wasn't. I don't know really. We know he's won already. There is a spiritual solution to every problem, which does remind me of this book of what I've read so far. When people think of Dianetics and what's he called? L. Ron Hubbard, they all go, oh, he's a Freemason, and like, because a lot of people are hating on Camelot Castle at the minute because the lovely John was in Scientology and knows about the book Dianetics, and I got the book Dianetics because John was talking about it, and I've always thought, well, what is this, Scientology? Just because somebody like bloody, what was his name? Little guy, bloody Tom Cruise was jumping about and all this, and they put things out there, we know, to sabotage something good going out. And it doesn't just mean, because this is where people's mindsets again are not clear, and this talks about the clears. If something came in to help people, because this is about, and I haven't got this by the way, but I just wanted to see what it's about. It says the power of the mind over body, because it is the power of your mind over your body. It's what you believe. You know, you believe you've got a disease, you'll end up getting it because you believe it wholeheartedly, so you'll get it. Dianetics reveals a single source of pain, unhappiness, and self-doubt in your life, the reactive mind, and shows you how to get rid of it. So I suggest if anyone's feeling like that, get this book. Don't be in fear, it's a book. And the reason why I was reading it is not because of what it says on there. I didn't even know that's what it was about. I just thought, right, so people fear Scientology. And if you mention it, they all freak out because it's what they've heard regurgitated. So I'm going to read the book and see what I think it is. It doesn't matter if someone goes, yeah, well, I knew someone who was in Scientology and they were a bit nefarious. Well, there's quite a lot of nefarious people in everything, and that's a fact. Churches, tatted T, you've just come in, you know, you were in the church. It doesn't mean everyone's bad in the church. It doesn't mean that all religion is bad, that every priest is a pedo that we're finding out now. No, because they're not. But a lot of them are. There's good and bad in everything. As I've said before, everything is energy and is neither good or bad. It's the intentions you put on it, yeah? So I know when I read this book, when I get to the end, I'm just going to go, I knew that. I just know. It's like me, I've already read it without reading it because I'm doing that sort of work anyway. I know it's on the lines of that. And then everyone goes, yeah, but what's his face? L. Ron Hubbard was this, that, and the other. Says who? What, the mainstream media? Yeah, but it was years ago. Yeah, the mainstream media. You mean like the CIA who try and twist everything? Like we know this. Try and twist everything. You know, and then people will see people and go, oh, such and such body was famous, and this, that, and the other, and they've been stood with such and such a body. A bit like when they say Trump was stood near Epstein. It's like, yeah, but there's people who meet other people, and the nefarious side might be using them, and then might people not know, or they're just whatever. It doesn't mean that person put the wrong stuff out. So when people go and shout out in people's chat like John's Camelot Castle, oh, you're a Scientologist, are you? Oh, it's like, why are you saying it like that? Have you looked into it? Have you done the research? Because this is a bit like the Q. Oh, it's a psyop. It's a cult. Oh, Dolly's a part of a cult. Have you researched it, or have you just not researched it? Because one, you don't understand it, you don't get it, because by the way, the codes are very deep. They mean very many different things. You don't want to look at it because you're in a group that say it's fake and you've read someone else's perception on it who doesn't understand it and thinks it's fake, so you think it's fake. Actually, have you actually researched everything? Because all the stuff you go on about that you think we're only just coming to is all in there. That's why you think it's fake and turning you away. It's a psyop. Yeah, it's a psyop if you stay stuck in it. It's a cult, right? It's a cult. So a cult is someone who gets you in a gang, and to me, they only really want you to do what they want you to do, and that's it, and you can't move without it. Q is Worldwide Patriots, picking up pieces of information and researching it, and it stands for question yourself, research, question everything and research yourself with critical thinking. So I don't know how you can be in a cult that still lets you be sovereign. Because it's a bit like I said about them people. Come to my community, do as I say, and do what I want to do. Otherwise, oh, you mean like a cult. That's why I always say don't believe everything I'm saying. Research yourself, a bit like what Q does. Research yourself, question everything you should be doing. You should not be questioning stuff. And critical thinking. Just like I know when people put crap out about me saying she's pretending to be positive, go and look back at my very first video. Go right through to present day, doesn't matter what I'm talking about. Do your research instead of listening to people that are spouting stuff out that other people are spouting out, Chinese whispers and Chinese whispers. People don't. And that's what it is like with the people who watch TV. They say they've researched and all the research is mainstream media. I've done it before. I've gone over to channels and different things, think somebody said this person was such and such a thing. I've gone over and gone, actually, they're not. Like, yeah, they might have a bit of a difference, but as somebody said over there, and it's true, and I've said it, and we all say, it's not about that, it's about your growth, it's about how you expand. Like I said, I came on YouTube so many years ago, don't know, I'm not counting. 5, I don't know, 4, 5, don't know. You've seen me with different hair, people call me fat. I'm expanding. I'm flowing. I'm not that person I was right at the beginning. I'm still, inside I am, in my positivity, in the way I am and the way I come across sometimes, but I've been slowly evolving. What I look like on the outside doesn't matter, as in I've changed my hair up. That's just expressing. It's just that doesn't really matter. That's just showing you I wasn't, I can expand. I don't have to be set in some sort of label, like, like fashion, like, oh, I wasn't, but I'm just saying, oh, I was a goth then. I must stay goth like all the time because that's what people label me as. That I'm like, no, I'll be what I want to be. I am what I am. You know what I mean? So, it needs to happen soon, but you see a lot of people shout out, it needs to happen soon. It's happening. If you think about it, yeah. I'll show you something. Right, watch this. This is an example. Please do not take offence. I'm saying it as the truth as it is. Don't take offence in chat because you just said, indeed, it needs to happen soon. Right, I would say to that is, it's happening the way it's meant to happen. It doesn't seem like soon. We've all been on this journey quite a long time. And we're all like, come on, come on, come on. But if it's this deep, right? Everything that got in, and I can't even explain it. Realise that the years that Trump have been in, that is mega fast. Oh my God. Do you know how many sealed indictments there is? Do you know how many, like, the shit they've had to do? And it's not just in America, it's worldwide. So actually, it is happening fast because I don't know how they've done this. Do you know what I mean? The amount of, well, they've been doing it over years, but coming to the pinnacle now. So when you say, ooh, it needs to happen soon, it is, and it's happening in the right time, the way it's meant to happen. Do you know what I mean? So don't take offence to anything. Yeah, but the evidence is against Biden's there anyway. It depends when you came in. If you look at Biden a few years back when he was mauling the children, the laptop's already leaking. It's there to the masses, yeah, but it's coming out drip drip effect. It's a drip drip effect. You know what I mean? So, it's all good. Yeah, soon is a relative term. Yeah, so I know it's frustrating, but the people who are waking up, they have to wake up slowly because I don't know how long you've known, but if you've just woken up or recently woken up or woken up this year or last year, whatever, you know the emotions you go through when it first hits. So you've got to give people time to get their head around what they're about to see. People are, because they're going, oh, what's this? Is it true? That gets people talking. Is it true about this? But even if they don't believe it, is it true about this Biden thing? Like, oh, I don't think it's true. I just think it's, a lot of people think it's whatever they think it is, but it's still getting in that, drip drip effect for what's to come. So yeah, it's frustrating. I mean, I'm knackered with all this. I'm quite tired now. I don't just mean from staying up. We're all like, come on, world. Like, but we know it's happening at the same time. So it's happening in that timeline. It already has, because really, it happened as soon as Trump got in. It happened, the timeline switched. It could have been before when Trump came in. Do you know what I mean? Never mind about the Mayans saying it was 2012 when everyone thought the big event, and then he said 2020. Really, they twist everything, so it's 2021. And then that side will go, oh, it's 2021 agenda, and then it's 3035 agenda. No, this is it. 2020 vision. We're going into next year. It doesn't mean that when Trump shows that he's won, because he has won, that everything's going to be fine. It's not. We're going to still go through some, shit, basically. But when you know what's going on, it's calmer. But that's where it all starts raveling out properly. And then into the new year, you've got like military tribunals, this, and this. Don't think everything will come out on certain things with the kids and heinous things. Maybe if you want to know, I don't think you'd want to really know, like, the ins and outs of it, because I personally wouldn't have what I found out. I don't want to. My head doesn't need to go there. It went there when I got heartbroken about it all, so I came away from that. And that's why I say Q's not a psyop. It's only a psyop if you stay in the rabbit holes and you don't move yourself out of it and expand. What's next? Quan07. What was he on anyway? Was this on Twitter. The principle of mentalism, that all is mind, the universe is mental. Yeah, the universe is mental. It's got a bodily body up there, and it is mental. That's why it's mind over matter. So, as I was saying, just bigging the drum up about Dianetics, you shouldn't freak out when certain people say stuff and you think it's Illuminati and that, because we're all illuminated when you wake up. They just know that. They know that this sort of stuff works. They use it on people. You know, on people's minds. It's a mind. They got us on every level. Mind, body and spirit. This is a mental war. It's a spiritual war. They've gone through our food. They've gone through the bodily stuff. They put shit in our food. So when people say even, oh yeah, I'm on this, well, they put crap in everything. You know, you've got a chemical warfare going on in your own house because your cleaning products have the names on the back of them, give you Alzheimer's and all that. And you're like people who really like cleaning every day, these compulsive cleaners, you're actually spraying things in the air that can give you really bad diseases. And so on and so forth. Most of us know that, but, you know, that's, you know, that sort of thing going on. But this is a mental warfare. It's a spiritual warfare. It's a warfare on mind, and you can see that's what's happening because the cognitive dissonance going on right now is unbelievable. I saw someone yesterday with a mask on, right? But not just a mask, like handmade, someone's made it, the ones that you buy, like a nappy. It was a plastic one. And I was like, I don't mean a full face shield. I mean like this. I mean like this plastic, right? Cut out. If I had a pair of scissors, I'd do it now. Cut out like that, you know, like that. Like that, like, honest to God, like this. I'm like, are people going insane? And I had to start laughing. This other woman, I know it's what they think's keeping them safe. She'd made one where it was a handkerchief. And it looked like it came down here like a bandana, but it had elastic on. She looked like something out of the Wild Wild West. I was like... And this is where people, I'm sorry, people are going to see when they get shown what they've consented to and believed in. These people have been seen because you've seen them and they can't say, no, I didn't believe it. It's like, we've got pictures of you. You were on YouTube, you were on Facebook with your family pictures with a And they're not going to like the fact that there was a bit of stupidity in there because people are being pretty stupid at the minute. It's not their fault. They've been brainwashed, so I'm not having a go. I'm just saying, don't know what words to say, but they are going to see that within themselves. And they are going to, that's the biggest thing that they're going to be hurt about, as well as being taken away from their sovereignty and being led and just letting the power go away. And some people will say on the other side, yeah, but you're being led by Trump. I'm not being led by Trump. Being led by Trump, but we actually do need, the pandemic, we actually do need a leader of the new world, not the new world order, because that's where everyone freaks out. You mentioned that's what they say. Someone has to show it, because like I said before, it's all right saying I know, you know, they know. It's all about the work going in. A lot of the population of this realm don't, and they don't know how to get out of it because of the stuff that they do, the things that they're addicted to. They can't see it. So it's quite difficult. So like I said, this book isn't what people think it is. But those will shout out that they're in fear. And then if you mention something and you're on someone else's channel like Camelot, oh, he's a scientist, oh, he's a Mason. Oh, he said that he brought it off a Mason. Oh, she must be a paid shit, like paranoia. It's just people that I link up with over the tube. I'm not in the pocket. I'm just got a sovereign way of thinking. It doesn't mean I believe everyone. John said something the other day on Project Camelot about Trump, and I'm like, no. And I'll make comments like, John, he's already won. Like, we've got to pray, we've got to do. He's already won. They're not in the depth of, right down the depth of it. So, but I do resonate with their whole energy, them what they're doing, and they're bringing different people on. Just like people slag Charlie Ward off. He's putting good people on his channel, whatever, you know. He's being unbiased. He's letting anyone have the talk on there. So, not a problem with that. But that's that thing, again, of that side going, oh, he's putting this on. All right, so... That's what the mainstream media do, don't they? They want you to see one side and one side only. To know what's going on, you need to know about this properly. You need to research properly, not what the new media have told you. You need to research Q. You can't... The people who say they don't like Q and all, it's like they haven't actually researched. I'm telling you now, they have not researched. If I showed you something, you'd be like, whoa, oh my God. They haven't researched. So to know the full picture, you have to see both sides. And that's how you'll see people around you who go, oh yeah, well, it's like you haven't looked. You're feeding into the mainstream image of what they're saying and you're going along with that, and you've not actually looked what's on the other side, because they don't give you anything anyway. Yeah, remember the Piper was leading the children. Yeah, and who's the Piper? Mainstream media. Oh, talking about that, have you seen this? Because this will stop, you know. I mean, we know about this. People go, oh, we do it. It's not that we don't know about it. I've been talking about this for years. Like, yeah, we know. But, see, when people don't realise what's going on, or they want to pretend something's not going on, they're not really mindful of what's going on around them, and they've got their head stuck in a phone. So, for instance, now because the world's waking up, which people go, oh, they think they're just awake because they've woken up to this. Well, it's a good job. It doesn't matter what level you're at, and there isn't really levels. This is how things like this, people see things. And thank God this girl saw it. So where is it? Because, see this? Someone trying to grab a child in the UK. Oh, not this one.
Okay.
That's Mark Atwood. Where is it? Where's that one? I don't even know where it's gone now. See if I can find it. Where it is. It's on Instagram. Oh yeah, found it. So, this guy's trying to take this girl, so I'm going to show you.
Let her go! What are you... Let her go! What are you doing with her? What are you doing with her?
Bro, this is man's family, bro. Move. He's not. This is man's family. Move from me, bro.
Is that the same one that just walked past us, Mum?
This is man's family, bro. Move from me.
So what are you doing in the corner with her?
Listen to
Are
the
you
girl.
okay? Hey, girl. Hey. Hey. I'm following you.
Why are you fucking stalking him, bro?
Are you okay? Do you know him?
That was a young girl of a guy. He was a black guy actually, who was trying to abduct a young girl. Those people had seen it because they were mindful of what was going on in their area. Had seen it, had gone over. Eventually, he just left her and ran off. And she was crying her eyes out then and said, "This guy, I was trying to go to school, and he just said, you know, come with me," and he wouldn't let her go. And he was trying to make out it was his family, but that girl knew there was something wrong, and she'd seen him go past before without anyone. And this is why people out there shouting out about, oh, people have just woke up to this, people just woke up to it, oh, it's nothing new, it's something going on. You stupid. It's a good job people are waking up that didn't know, because then when you're aware of what's going on outside, that's what happens. Even though, you know, this is going on a mass scale, because it's not just, I'm not saying that's a little thing, what's the other stuff that's been happening. That girl got saved because people are being more aware, because when you get your face out your phone and you're more aware of what's going on, especially now with everything, and people are a bit more aware of the nefarious that's been going on, then it does help. So to all them people, go and stick your, you know, head up your bottom, because you know what I mean. A bit like one of the drops said once about people, you know, being arrogant of all that. Oh, I was awake for once and all that. It's ridiculous. So yeah, that just popped up. That was 7 o'clock in the morning. A man was stopped in an attempt to child abduction as the child victim walked to school. So, and she was distraught, as you could tell. I just got sent that today, but just putting that out there. Yeah, and the good for the courage of that young woman. I think she was with a guy that continued to follow that person. Oh, we know people do that. We know people have done that in the past. They have all these paedophile hunters and all that. But like I said before, this is on mass scale now. So like I said before, to the message to the people who just go on about themselves, and because it is annoying, who say things. Right, hang on a minute. Because there's a lot of people out there. Yeah, no, it wasn't good, was it? But you need to be aware. You don't stay in it. You need to be aware. So when you're out, you're aware, just in case you might see something that's dodgy. But we've all known this for time. It's nothing new. But I'm just saying. But there's there is. Let me see if I can find it. So, thank you, Dean Davis. I just say it how I see it. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying it how other people. I'm just saying it how I see it. Saying it how I see it. And that's it. Some people don't like it. Well, they need to get over it. See, there's a lot of people in the so-called awakened, you know, truthing community that think people like me and people who've just been talking about certain stuff, they think we're exposing all the paedophilia, this, that, and the other. Funny enough, I don't really talk about that much of that in depth because I don't. There's other channels doing that. No, it's not about that. And they think that we poo-hoo anyone who was saying it before, and it's like, no, we haven't just woke up. We're not just shouting out about that like that's what we've just come into and realised it. We're shouting out to everyone else. Nothing to do with that. They think that we've just awakened to the truth of that. No. Actually, I didn't come to the truth of that certain stuff, like what you've just seen there. Through Q, actually. I came to that before Q. Most people did. It's nothing new under the sun. It's been going on for centuries. Hang on. And it's like they're not letting people newly woken think that they can come to the world of corruption. Well, why wouldn't you? You know what I mean? It's just ridiculous. Ridiculous. That's why I watch you. I've watched you for a while. I've just been secret. Well, thank you. I know there's a lot of people who are secret and they come in, and I've really loved the fact that now all this stuff is sort of coming out and people are seeing sort of things. People who just sit and listen, you know, don't come in chat because you don't have to, but it's nice when people do. They come in and say, you know, I've been watching you for a while and, you know, blah, 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 blah. So it's nice, actually. So thank you, Crystal Fizz. You know, and I'll be me and I'll get mixed up sometimes. I'll get a bit fiery or I might get confused in chat when someone said something because it's quite hard to sit, remember what you're trying to get in, get distracted by chat, look at chat. Sometimes you're having a chat with someone else and I think you're talking to me. So it is you do have to concentrate. So that's why I watch you. I've watched you for a while. I've just been secret about it, meaning I never commented. I love what you're doing and the truth you speak. Thank you. And I'm only speaking my truth, and if people resonate with it, you know, that's good. But a lot of people do, so what can I say? So, you know, but I'm going to go now. So what I'm going to say is 45 thumbs up. Don't worry about the Trump thing. Don't think, oh my God, here we go again. It's going to be until next year. Well, things are going to be coming out next year. They're going to be coming out for the next weeks, months, couple of years of what you're going to be seeing with the arrests and new la. But this whole pinnacle now of this guy, Trump, And I'll also put out there as well, all you lot that hate him and think that we're all calling him the Messiah, ooh, and he's the Antichrist. No, you've got the Antichrist within you. This guy, no, I never said he was a Messiah or a Saviour, because we're the people we've been waiting for. He's just someone like we are, getting the truth out, but he's doing it on a world stage. That's all it is. But with an alliance, thank God, we're all doing it together. I respect this guy because he's got the balls to go against the cabal, even though it's not just him. Like I said, there's alliance, but he will speak out. He sacrificed his billionaire lifestyle. Go and look into it. He doesn't get paid for being a president. People will laugh. Go and look into it. He could have just gone, do you know what, I'm not bothered. I'm just going to go with my big Trump towers and me whatever and do one. He's always said he loves America and he didn't want it to go the way it was going. He said that years ago, 45 in the House, and I noticed. So I respect this man. Nothing wrong with me saying I respect this man. Oh my God, I respect this man so much. People go, oh, you're losing your sovereignty and your power. No, I'm not, because I'm a sovereign being. But I'm allowed to respect other people and love them or whatever, or support them. But it's not like I'm sat at his house going, oh my God, I'm bowing down to you. I'm sat here talking to you. I'm a sovereign being. I'm going to go off and do something now. You know, I'm not going to go and look at the news. I'm not actually going to look at any of the polling things. I don't need to. It's a waste of my energy because I know what's going on. I know within me what's going on. So I don't care if it's a couple of days that this doesn't come out, because the Dems will try and push it. But the fact, if it goes to court, it doesn't matter. It's going to get seen. Trump will win either way. He's won anyway. He won when he got in. Basically. The way they're doing it, the amount I find out is fraud. I don't even see 47 and 47. I don't even think it wouldn't matter about Joe Biden, whatever his name is. Can't even speak. He can't speak. He could get it on default because they were pulling fraud. So maybe Trump gets in on default. But either way, he won. So no matter how they try to push it or whatever, he wins either way. They get caught, he wins. They drop it and let the real votes go through, he wins. So he's won, basically. And I'm going to put that out there to the universe right now. That's my prediction. So it's not really a prediction, we know, but I'm just saying, I'm going to say it out loud. We've got 47 and 47. 47 in the House and 47 thumbs up. There's my validation. I'm saying he's already won. And guess what 4 and 7 is? Oh my God. Guess what 4 and 7 is? It's just gone down now, but guess what 4 and 7 is? Add it up. What's 4 and 7? $11. So mirror it. 11, 11. 11, 11. The awakening. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go. But before I go, shall I do some cards? Shall I pull some cards? Trying to think what we've not had. Yeah. Do some Angels of Atlantis. Because we did get the planetary alignments the other day, which just made me laugh. Ooh, one. Stop pulling the cards because we got it the other day and it is what's happening and it's happening within us as well, so therefore it's happening without, so therefore that's what was manifested. I'll show you in a minute because you'll laugh. I was like, yay, Biden was put there to play the game. Yeah, you know what I mean? Doesn't matter, exactly, gonna win. Yeah, it's all a big show, so it's just to wake the sleeping up. It's not to wake us up. I could just not bother, do you know what I mean? Come back in a few months, come back next year, go, right, going off YouTube, see you later. It's just for the world to wake up. I'm watching it all happen. That's why I'm not fussed. Not fussed. Not in fear. Not going, oh my God. Which a lot of people on that side will start going, oh, you said this, you said that. You said he was going to get in. Oh, well, you know, it's coming in. Like, all right, chill out. Not bothered. Oh, mine opened a while back. I think that's why I sing a lot as well, you know. Coming in again. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing's gonna be alright. Yeah, don't worry. You got JFK Jr. here. Just noticed Trump and a big lion. About a thing, 'cause every little thing's gonna be alright. Yeah, people need to wind the neck in. Don't worry about a thing. 'Cause Trump's getting in and Biden's going in the bin. Or you could say Trump's getting in and Biden's votes are going in the bin. You helped me with that advice and owl drawing. Thank you so much. I'm sure. Oh, there's another one. Ooh. Oh, I got a lot of green energy in last night. It looked like I was flying over trees last night. That's another thing. I always get that flying over like pine trees, like Christmas trees, but it was like going down and I wanted to go down to the ground, but I couldn't get there. But to me, that was just saying Mother Earth's bouncing back. They always would be. Always, you know, you see things growing everywhere, so she'll always be on the mend and we're always on the mend. Right, here we go. Planetary cycles. Yes. Funny enough, because I started with the whole thing of the flower, the little, what was it, lotus flower star shape of, I think it's Venus that goes round with the sun round the earth. Makes that shape of a pentagram. Pentacle, should say. So that's why it looks like a star. You know, and then you get like the pentagram in the circle of, you know, pagan sign. That's what it is. Heavens above. Yeah, planetary alignment, when the planets are getting into alignment and doing the thing, we're also getting into alignment with ourselves. Because it's funny how they like chakras, in it. So just saying. And I had a lot of green last night with the trees and a lot of green colour. And it was quite like that green. It was quite nice. That was Archangel Sandolph, is it? And this one's Archangel Sadkiel. I probably said that wrong. But that says gratitude. And why it's got a fruit there is, as I like to say, fruition. Gratitude. Everything comes in. Notice it's all healthy fruit as well. Gratitude, the attitude of gratitude. You start focusing on that and you'll bring a lot in. So, and then the last one is Sandolph again. Can't say that word, sorry. Orange. Funny enough, Michelle Wolf from Biased on the Fence said she was wearing orange yesterday. Because it's like a golden orange, I should say, golden orange. It's intention, and that's what I was saying before. Everything's about your intentions. And if your intentions are right, you'll align with that gratitude. Things will come in. And that's why there is a lot of stuff. A lot of people have got gratitude for this man right now. The pumping prayers out, intentions. No one's done that. You're telling me no one's done that for no president. No one did that for Obama. I don't care what anyone says. No one's done that for Hillary Clinton and that. Nah. Not on the mass scale it's on now. So if people are putting loving intentions out, you know, that timeline is not the timeline everyone else thinks it is. 49, thank you, of the stupid timeline of, we were already in it anyway, the New World Order. It's just going to be capped off with Hillary Clinton. Well, she's not in power, is she? And she never will be, ever again. I believe Clone Joe has taken away. Yeah, I mean, it's not even him anyway, is it? I think either it's just being played out as a film to the black hats, so they think, you know, all the people who are into that think that they were winning. Well, they're not, and that's about what we're going to see is a takedown of that. Also, JFK Jr. I went through Flat Earth. I just come to the assumption of there's a lot of gatekeepers in Flat Earth. There's a lot of fighting in Flat Earth. They do it all. They do it in every community. Mine was just, it's multidimensional, so it could look, depending on what dimension. If you're in a 3D dimension, it's going to look globe. If you're a bit above, it's going to look like a realm. It's so on and so forth. I say realm. I'm just not really that bothered, but you know what I mean. So whatever. But it's multidimensional, so from different dimensions, it's going to look different. So everybody's right, really. So why is everyone arguing? So yeah, JFK Jr., someone mentioned before, I think it was Mark Atwood, whose show I'm going on tomorrow, so hopefully it might come in conversation. It probably will come up in conversation with me with the JFK Jr. thing. I think he's just found out about, like I said, people are coming in from different waves of when they woke up to certain things. JFK Jr. being alive, I think something like that he said, something about Quan07 saying, oh, I just found out that that might be, and it's saying 5 by 5 now, might be JFK Jr. 50-50. JFK Jr. And I'm like, well, did you know if you listen to Q, The Plan to Save the World by Joe Mass-Poe, which they did take down, but I managed to find it yesterday, that is JFK Jr.'s voice. Don't care what anyone said. You go listen to his voice, match that up. Because we all know it's got the Punisher at the beginning. The Punisher is JFK Jr. is going for the punishment, going for the justice of his dad because of what his dad was bringing out, which is what Trump took over. So, you know, I could go on and on and on and on and on, but you've probably heard it all before off me, but I do have to keep repeating myself, so that's why I'm still smiling. I'm still smiling. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm still standing. I'm still standing. And that was in the shop the other day when I was in there with no mask on and everyone had a mask on. It was like, I'm still standing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Believe like true believer. Whatever, I can't remember now. Da, 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 da. I'm still standing. Yeah, yeah. We will all still be standing, so don't worry about it. Yeah, exactly, Maggie. Research Junior's plane crash. Too coincidental, and nothing's a coincidence, you know what I mean, of where it was, how far away it was from his home, why his dog didn't go, and his dog always went to Martha's Vineyard everywhere. It's absolutely hilarious, but people are too lazy, and they don't want to research. And then, you know Vincent Fusca, there's another one. When Vincent Fusca first went to the Trump rally ages ago, and he had his little Vincent Fusca van with him, the reason why he was holding the card up, which said Women for Trump, and it had Ruby on it, because his cat was called Ruby, but also that was the link with the Ruby guy and the whole thing with his dad's assassination as well. There was also, some people might not know, I went through this on videos. I've had these videos up for ages. I don't know if they're still there. They might have been taken down. I don't know. I've done all my homework. So he also had pictures of his van. And when he went to see, and he said, oh, well, what it was I had pictures of my van up and I had to put the Trumpmobile up because I'd lost it on something Q Street, of something on the 17th of the Q Street, all matched up with Q, and there was a saying in it about how he was disorientated where he put his van. It's funny that, because if you go and listen to what they said about JFK Jr. being disorientated in the flight path before he went down, it's like, it's not a coincidence, folks, so say what you want, but this guy is still around. Divine time, bring him out when he comes out. I mean, we've seen him at rallies and stuff. You can see him at rallies way back, but, you know, divine time for that. And even if he didn't, so what, you know, but I do believe he will show himself, because that will be, the best is yet to come, and they did say the last one will be magical, so what might that be? Could be speculating, but you know what I mean? I'm not speculating on he's alive. I know he's alive. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they were behind Trump at the rallies. Who's been with me on my channel when I showed all that, and we all sat here and I had it up on the computer and I showed the rally, and we showed, like I showed the other day with Caroline, you can't not say that's not her. So if that's her and she went down in a plane and she was perceived as dead, it's also him. Where people can't get the mindsets right, you know, they'll believe in other people might have, you know, faked the deaths, and they'll believe in other things that, you know, off world, but they can't seem to fathom that somebody might have faked the death in with a plan with something to take this whole shitty old system down. And that's where I'm going to end it. So, oh well, that's what's happening in my universe. So yeah, so I'm going to go, and I'll see you very soon. I'm going to go and chill out for a few days now and watch all this play out, unless I hear something. But basically, I'm going to chill out, get in nature, even though it's raining. I've got a bit of tidying up to do, a bit of art, a bit of some of my crystal jewellery to do and stuff. So if you want to find out about that, you can get hold of me on Instagram on Dolly Llama Designs and Dolly Daydream, because I've got 2 pages on Instagram, and you can have a look over there. So yeah, take care everybody, and I will see you soon. Where we go one, we go all. This guy's already won anyway, so I ain't bothered about that. I think I'm going to be, sorry, you will see me tomorrow, but not on the Dolly channel. I think I'm going to be on and I will let you know tomorrow. The Mark Atwood show, we got in contact, we're going to do it tomorrow. I don't know if it's live recorded or what, but I'll let you know either way, and whatever, and I'll let you know about that. So yeah, so I will see you very soon. Yeah, just keep holding the light, stay chilled, and just know it's a movie being played out, and enjoy your popcorn. And I will see you later. Yeah, stay blessed. See you soon. Bye.